Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 Pennant race is on the air. We got a big game tonight. Today's date is September 24, 1988. We are at Busch Stadium, a big matchup in the National League East between the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's take a look at the standings here, as I can find them where they went. Look at the standings as of today's date of the 24th. In the American League East, the Boston Red Sox pretty much have come out of nowhere. And they have jumped all the way to the top of the division and now have a 5.5 game lead on the Tigers and the Yankees. The Blue Jays are 1 game back of the Yankees for third. The Brewers are a 1.5 games back. These 5 teams all very much alive yet for a playoff spot in the American League East. The American League West is a lot more simple. The Oakland Athletics have clinched that division and are right now the number 2 seed in the league. The Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals, by virtue of the California Angels now having a losing, cannot get a winning record, Minnesota and Kansas City are the front runners. Minnesota has to win 2 more games to at least make it. Kansas City has to win 5 more games in order to make it. Must have winning records to make the postseason there. So this division is pretty simple. Minnesota and Kansas City just got to get winning records. In the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they are right now up top of the National League East. They have clinched a playoff berth, but not the division. Their magic number is 5. The Mets right now have a 1/2 game lead on the Expos for second. The Expos are in third. A very important game for the Cardinals tonight. They are right now 4.5 back of Montreal. Any more losses for the Cardinals, and they're going to wind up not getting in there. In the National League West, the San Francisco Giants and the Houston Astros have clinched a playoff berth. The Reds right now are in third. They have a 2-game lead on the Dodgers and a 3-game lead on the Padres. If the Reds can get a 500 record, they should win. Pretty much Cincinnati win and they're in. They get in. They will get in. The Dodgers can only lose no more than 1 more game or they'll be eliminated. The Padres, if they lose to 1 game tonight, they are eliminated. So lots on at stake tonight for the 1988 season. So everyone should be excited for a big game tonight. Jeremy Brooks, Frank Wainscott, Brian B., Texag 75, John Haverly, Doug Hunt, and Steeler fan join us here at Busch Stadium. The Mets historically crushed the Cardinals in this game 14-1, which means we're probably going to have a low-scoring game tonight. The Mets had 14 hits. The Cardinals 6 hits and 2 errors. So the Mets destroyed the Cardinals in this game historically. Question is, will that follow into the actual? We'll see what Inside Pitch has to say. Tonight is also our final multi-day 10-minute ticker. We have the 24th and the 25th. So starting the final week, it's 1 game per 1 day as we now see who can make the postseason. So that's what's going on tonight. Let's see what happens. Let's get to some baseball. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight is Larry McWilliams. We've seen him tonight. We've seen him already. 6 wins, 9 losses, a save of 3.90 ERA. So the Cardinals tonight must win. They cannot afford any more losses. The Mets are trying to hold on to second place and avoid the wild card series. What will happen tonight? Let's take a look and see what happened. Edwin Diaz is out for the season, for those of you who are wondering, and I am very mad at the World Baseball Classic. But we won't talk about that as of time. Let's get to baseball. Leading off for the Mets will be center fielder Mookie Wilson, who had the greatest at-bat in World Series history. 296 average, 8 homers, 41 RBIs. So he gets the call tonight. The Cardinals are using red, white, and white dice. They are the home team. Brian Patterson, Frank Rosenk, and Beatles Eternally joins us here. And Beatles Eternally, of course, is a big fan of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That counts. And we are all set. Let's play some baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. 6-5. That's a possible error. Wilson, a 2-5, and that's a ground ball right back to McWilliams. His error rating is an 11. That's an 18. He won't make an error, and he will toss it over to first for the out. 1 down. Next up will be the third baseman, Greg Jeffries, a .321 average, 6 homers, 17 RBIs in 88. He may not make the postseason roster for the Mets, though. He may make the postseason roster, but he ain't going to be a starter, I don't think. McWilliams with the pitch. 5-4 against the switch right. That's a blank. Jeffries, 2-5, and that's a ground out to first base. And Tom Pagnozzi will corral it and take it himself. 2 down. 2 outs, and that will bring up the first baseman, Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. .276 average, 11 homers, 55 RBIs in 88. Yes, he hurt his knee celebrating. Might have stepped on somebody's foot. I don't know, but right now, Mets fans everywhere are not happy. McWilliams with the pitch. 6-4, that's at the park. Busch Stadium, 5-2, and that is a blank. And we have an early rare play going on tonight. Rare plays, bases empty. 23, shortstop goes into hold to make the play and hurts arm on throw. Resolve play is a G6 range play. That is Smith. His range is a 5. That is a 4. He will make the play and throws to first for the out. Now it says check for injury. Ozzie Smith didn't miss much. His injury rating is a 1. So the only way he's out is of the game is on a 1 or a 2. That is a 5, and that's a 5. Game plus 1d6, that'll do it. And the Cardinals just lost Smith for the rest of the game. So Ozzie Smith says he is hurt, and he will come out of the ball game. And a timeout on the field. And we did make the play, though. So that's a ground out to short. So nothing across for the Mets. And we will go to the bottom of the first. But now the Cardinals need a new shortstop. And that is going to be, let's see what they're going to do here. I think what they're going to do is they're going to move Jose Oquendo from second base to short. So that's what they're going to do here. So timeout for an injury change. So Oquendo is going to be the shortstop. Smith will come out, and taking over at second base will be Luis Alicea. He will come in and play second base for the Cardinals. And he will also bat second. And he is a 2-9. And Oquendo at short is a 4.13-0. And he will take over there. So that's how the game starts here with an injury, as the Cardinals just lost Smith for the game. Not for anything else, because I only do game day injuries, of course, in the regular season. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets tonight, his only start of the 88 season, a very young David West. 1 win, no losses, and a 3.00 ERA. David West got the start tonight for the Mets. Let's see if he gets some help at the plate, as the Cardinals will go ahead and now bat in the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Redbirds will be left fielder Vince Coleman, Ricky Henderson wannabe. .260 average, 3 homers, 38 RBIs. West will go ahead and pitch. West a 4.6, that is a blank. Coleman a 2.5, and that's a base hit past second base. So Coleman will lead off with a single for the Cardinals. And now we'll see the new second baseman, Luis Alicea, 212 average, a homer, 24 RBIs. Infield is at double play. Coleman at 81 stolen bases. He gets the steal sign and he'll go. 15 plus 0. Carter plus 2. A 1-17. Coleman is safe at second, and he is. Matter of fact, I got such a good jump, Carter didn't even try to throw him out. Stolen base for Coleman. He gets the second. That takes the double play chance away. Strategy roll again. This time, Coleman will stay at second. West will go ahead and make the pitch. West, 3-6, range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 6-6. That ball is hit to right field. That is Strawberry out there. His range is a 2. That is a 6. That's going to be a double if Strawberry can't make the play. His range is a 2, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Strawberry takes a double away from Alisea. Coleman base runner 3, and Stroman a 0. Coleman will go to third on a 1 or a 2, and he does make it to third base. It was deep enough. So Coleman gets to third on a nice play by Straw out there in right field. And now that'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Oquendo. He was the starting second baseman, but I moved him to short now that Ozzie Smith is out. 277 average, 7 homers, 46 RBIs. Yes, I know the WBC is a huge deal for the players of the Latin countries. I'm a Major League Baseball fan. I don't care. The World Baseball Classic just cost the Mets their closer, and Major League Baseball is a major icon right now. Trust me, Major League Baseball is not happy. Coleman on at third. They're going to call the infield in. And that is a 15. Coleman will go ahead and stay at third. West with the pitch. 3-6. Again a range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 1-3. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Elster. With the infield in, his range is a 1. That is a 6. It'll get past him, and that'll be a base hit easily. Coleman will score. Oquendo goes to first, and just like that, the Cardinals are on the board 1-0. So 1-0 already in favor of the Redbirds as D. Scott Howard, the GOAT Whisperer, joins us here at Busch Stadium. Infield is now at double play depth. Oquendo now on at first. And that will bring up Pedro Guerrero. He is in left field for this game. Guerrero, of course, was with the Los Angeles Dodgers early in '88. He is now on the Cardinals. 286 average, 10 homers, 65 RBIs. Runner on at first. Strategy roll. Oquendo, he'll stay put. West has got to go ahead and calm down a bit. West, 1-2. That's a blank. Guerrero, 2-6. And that's a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Guerrero, base runner 3. Single to left, -2. Oquendo will make it to third on a 1. And he'll stay at second base as McReynolds gets the ball back in. So another single given up to the Cardinals. And the batter now will be right fielder Tom Brunansky. A 240 average, 23 homers, 85 RBIs. David Vega joins us here at Busch Stadium. Runners at first and second, and nothing on the 17. Already the Cardinals lead 1-0. David West actually won this game, but right now it doesn't look too good. 4-1, strikeout 11. That is high. Busch Stadium subtracts 2 from strikeouts, 1 from walks, and 1 from homers. Only 68 home runs were hit in Busch Stadium. Brunansky will swing the bat. 2-4, and against the lefty, that is a base hit past first, and that'll be a single for Brunansky. Oquendo, base runner 3. He will not score. He will hold at third. So right now, David West getting not too good at the moment here. Early on, the bases are loaded here. And that will bring up the first baseman, Tom Pagnozzi, 282 average and 15 RBIs. Infield is going to play a double play depth. They're going to try to turn 2 and hold him back. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. West will go ahead and pitch to Pagnozzi. Here comes the pitch. West, 6-2. That's a blank. Pagnozzi, 5-3. It's a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn it. 3, 2, 3, 5, 6. But of course, 5 is as high as you can go. Shortstop pivot, Elster -1. So a 1-4. Actually, it's a 5 because it's a 6. But you do subtract the 1 anyway. So a 1-5, it will be a double play. And there's a 4, and the Mets will get out of it. They will get out of it. 4-6-3 double play, and the inning is over. 1 run on 4 hits and a stolen base. Could have been a lot more, but the Mets will get out of the inning, only down 1-0. In this very important game in the National League East, the Mets only have a half-game lead on the Expos for second and the 3rd seed in the league. We go to the top of the second, and leading off for the Mets will be the right fielder, Darryl Strawberry. 269 average, 39 bombs, 101 RBIs. The Mets are already down 1-0. Can we come back? McWilliams, 1-5 against the lefty, strikeout plus. He gets Strawberry. And that is the first strikeout from McWilliams. And he had 70 of them in 88. So he gets the straw on a strikeout plus. And now the batter will be the left fielder, Kevin McReynolds, a 288 average, 27 homers, 99 RBIs. McWilliams will go as baseball, the demo's a Virginia fan. I know he likes something in Virginia. I don't know about the college basketball team though. McWilliams, 4-5 against the righty, walk, and that 5, no, we'll miss it. McWilliams is a 5, but -1 makes him a 4. McReynolds, 4-1, and instead he hits a fly out to center field, and Coleman will get there and make the catch, 2 down. And that'll bring up the kid, the catcher, Gary Carter, Hall of Famer. Yep, and he should be wearing a Mets cap. 242 average, 11 homers, 46 RBIs. Yeah, let's put a defunct baseball team there, all right, as his cap. McWilliams with the pitch. 6-6, that's a blank. The kid, 2-6, and that's a ground ball hit to short. And that'll be taken care of by Okendo. And he throws to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning on the Mets. And we will go to the bottom of the second. West gets back on the mound. Did not have a good first inning. Luckily, a double play got him out of it. Here comes the catcher, Tony Pena. 263 average, 10 homers, 51 RBIs in 88. 1-0 Redbirds. West, 4-5, strikeout 20, not happening. Pena, a 2-3, and that's a ground out to second base. Tim Tuffle will collect it and throw to first. Next batter will be the third baseman, Tom Lawless, a 154 average, a homer, and 3 RBIs. Tom Lawless only played about a third of the game for the Cardinals that year. West with the pitch. West, 4-6, that is a blank. Lawless, 1-1, that's hit to center field. That is a 4, and that's going to be a double for Tom Lawless. Oh, West is putting the balls right over the plate. And right now the Cardinals are hitting them, and Lawless will go to second on a double. And now the pitcher, Larry McWilliams, a 162 average and 3 RBIs, and I think he'll hit away here. And nothing on the strat, nothing on the strat. Lawless stays at second base. West will now pitch to McWilliams. West, 4-5, strikeout, and yeah, he'll get McWilliams there. And that is the first strikeout for West. He only had 3 of them in 88. And that is out number 2. A chance now for Coleman. Coleman, the guy is 1 for 1, got a base hit, stole a base. Runner on at second base. Anything on the strat? The answer is no. Lawless stays at second. West sets up, and he will make the pitch. West, 4-6, that's a blank. Coleman, 4-3, and against the lefty, Coleman comes through, and that's going to be a double into center field. Lawless will come around. He will score. Coleman goes to second. Cardinals now up 2-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 518 groans. The Mets historically won this game 14-1, and right now it don't look like that. Here comes Alicea. Alicea is the new second baseman taking over for the injured Smith. 2 men down here. Strategy roll. Coleman actually gets the steal sign to go to third, and I don't think they'll do it. They'll let Alicea swing here. 2 men down. West with the pitch. West 1-6 walk plus. That 20 is going to be too high. Alicea swings 1-4, and that's a ground ball hit to first base. Hernandez will get it, tag the bag himself, and end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the Redbirds. They now have a 2-0 lead here after 2. Well, he did pitch in 2 games in 88 because he has a start and a relief appearance. I know that. This was his only start, though. Philip Reynolds and Mike Eisenberg join us here. And Cards and Dice TV and Baseball Demos joins us here at Busch Stadium. Baseball Demos, will you please tell everybody what time your selection show will be tomorrow on your channel for your NBC Game of the Week for this coming season? We go to the top of the third. Second baseman Tim Tuffle leads off for the Mets, a .234 average, 4 homers, and 31 RBIs. As Baseball Demo says, 24 hours from right now. So that'll be 8 o'clock tomorrow on Baseball Demos' channel. It will be the NBC Game of the Week selection show. As you'll see him go ahead and eliminate seasons, he'll do it pretty much the same way I do my Inside Pitch show, so we can all watch it and see which seasons we have a chance to vote for. Please don't miss that game. Don't miss that tomorrow on Baseball with the Demos. McWilliams will pitch a Tuffle. McWilliams 1-6, that's a blank. Tuffle 5-2, that's a ground out to the pitcher. McWilliams will handle it and toss it over to first, 1 down. Now we'll bring up the shortstop, Kevin Elster, a .214 average, 9 homers, 37 RBIs. McWilliams, so far, the Mets are having some problems early in this game. McWilliams, 5-5 against the righty, that is a blank. Elster, 4-3, and that's a fly out to center field. Coleman will come under it and put it away. 2 outs, and that will bring up the pitcher, David West. He does not have his own hitting card, so he will use the New York pitcher's card. The New York pitcher's card's pretty good. .265 average and 6 RBIs. So this pitcher's card is one of the best pitcher hitting cards I've seen yet. That means that he has his own batting card there, D. Scott Howard. If there's a pitcher with the 2 XXs, that tells you he has his own hitting card. Since David West doesn't have it, he has to use a pitcher's hitting card. McWilliams, 2-4, strikeout 10, and that'll go ahead and get West. He will strike him out. Strikeout number 2 for McWilliams, and the Mets go in order. We go to the bottom of the third. Jose Oquendo leads off for the Birds, and he's 1 for 1. Got a single his first time up. Bottom of the third inning here. Cardinals leading 2-0. The Mets are a half game ahead of the Expos. Cardinals are 4.5 back a third. Cardinals need the game more than the Mets do, really. West with the pitch. 6-3. That's at the park. Busch Stadium. 5-3. And that's a pop out to the catcher. Getting behind it will be Carter. And Carter will be in foul territory. He'll put it away, 1 out. 1 down, and here comes Guerrero. Guerrero got a base hit his first time up. West will go ahead and pitch. West, 6-4, strikeout 16. That is high. Guerrero, 2-6, and that's a base hit to left field. Guerrero will get himself another single. And he's now 2 for 2. The batter now is Brunansky, and he's 1 for 1. Infield a double play depth. Guerrero had 4 stolen bases, and he's going to stay where he is. West will go ahead and make the pitch. West, 4-4, blank. Brunansky will swing. 2-1, that's a fly out to right field. The straw will come in a little bit and grab it, 2 outs. Pagnozzi is next, and he grounded out to a big double play. 2 outs now, strategy, and nothing on the 6. Guerrero stays put. West will go ahead and make the deal. West, 4-4, that is a blank. Pagnozzi, 1-2, and against the lefty, that's a fly ball to center field. Mookie Wilson will get to that one, and he will put it away and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals, but they have a 2-0 lead here on the Mets after 3. And thank you very much there, Frank Wayne Scott. Do appreciate the compliment. I like, but RGL and baseball demos. Yep, we do bring a lot of enthusiasm, but please don't forget Al Red Sox fan. He has some great enthusiasm as well. Can't forget the masters, the guys that really, and of course Tony Porter. He knows what he's doing when it comes to this stuff too. We go to the top of the 4th. And Dave Gardner, and ID Jester, and Uncle Ron Juckett. I always got to make sure I mention everybody. Here's Mookie. He's 0 for 1. Mookie Wilson, of course, had the greatest at-bat in World Series history. I'm pretty sure Tony Porter will agree with that. McWilliams with the pitch. McWilliams, 3-3. That's a walk plus, and that's going to put Wilson on base. That 13 will be there, and Wilson will be the first base runner for the Mets. First walk given up by McWilliams. He had 38 of them. And now here's Jeffries, who's been kind of a hero for the Mets in the couple of games I've had him in there. Infield a double play depth. Jeffries is 0 for 1. Buckner wouldn't agree. Well, I'm not asking Buckner. Am I? Texag 75. Strategy roll. And that is a 12. Wilson will stay where he is. McWilliams will go ahead and make the pitch. McWilliams, 6-1. Home run chance. Switch right. 1-19. The 18 is good. And Jeffries, well, he's going to come through again for the Mets because against the lefty, that's a 20. Kaboom! That ball is high. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That's a -1. I still got to roll. And he got it anyway. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. 2-run bomb by Greg Jeffries. Stadium groans. Larry McWilliams, he makes a mistake to Jeffries, pitched him a meatball, and Jeffries turned it into lasagna. And I forgot that Busch Stadium does have a -1, but that is a 9. He'll make it. We're tied at 2. 6 518. Cheers. Yay! So the Mets get it right back thanks to Jeffries. And now here's Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Happy belated birthday to Hall of Fame. Just that HOF there, Dave, just needs to be scratched out. Hernandez is 0 for 1. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th. McWilliams, 2-6, strikeout 10. That is high. Hernandez, 4-6, and against the lefty, it's a fly out to left. Guerrero will come under it and get it for the out, 1 down. 1 out, and here comes Strawberry. Lestraw's 0 for 1. IDG is the grumpiest. Yes, he is the grumpiest, but I love him. It was a big honor to meet him at the ball game over here at Roger Dean Stadium. McWilliams with the pitch. 5-4 against the lefty. That's an out. And that's going to be a ground out to short. And it will be taken care of by Okendo for out number 2. 2 down. Here's K-Mac. K-Mac is 0 for 1. McWilliams, after giving up the home run, now just trying to go ahead and keep it where it is. McWilliams, 4-3, wild pitch, ball 1. 4-1, range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 4-6. That's a base hit past short, but it's a range play for Okendo. He's pretty good. His range is a 4, but not that good. That's a 5, and that's going to be a base hit for McReynolds as he slaps it past Okendo. That keeps the inning alive for the kid. Carter is 0 for 1, but now 2 outs here. Can Carter come through and put the Mets ahead? Strategy, nothing on the 18. McWilliams will pitch to Carter. 2 men down here. Fans here at Cardinals at Busch Stadium now suddenly don't like the score that much. McWilliams with the pitch. 5-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Carter, 5-1, and that's a ground ball hit to short. Okendo will handle that. He'll throw to first for the out and retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, a 2-run bomb by Jeffries, and we're tied at 2 here, going into the bottom of the 4th. Time for station break. This is the RJL Network. Be right back. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're tied at 2. West gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Tony Pena. He's 0 for 1. David West trying to hold off now. He seems to have settled down a little bit. West, 2-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-2, that is a blank. Pena, 1-1, that's a ground out hit to third base. And it will be Jeffries getting that, and he will throw it over to first for the out, 1 down. Here comes Lawless. Lawless is 1 for 1, got a double his first time up. West with the pitch. West, 4-6, that is a blank. Lawless, 6-4, and that's a pop out to shortstop. And Elster, he will be in fair territory, actually. Actually, he'll be on the clay, and that'll be out number 2. McWilliams is next. He's 0 for 1. West will go ahead and pitch. West, 2-2, strikeout 17, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. That will be the second strikeout for David West, and he has definitely calmed down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, go the Cardinals. Still tied at 2 after 4. Mets trying to stay in second place, and second place is big. You avoid the wild card series in the National League. You'll automatically, if they're going to be the 3, they would be the 3 seed if they get second place, which means they would play the number 2 seed in the division series automatically, and that, of course, right now looks like to be the Giants. But we still got some baseball left to play. We go to the top of the 5th. A lot can happen yet. Tim Tuffle leads off. He's 0 for 1. The Astros are not out of it by any means. They're only 2 games back of San Francisco. Both the Giants and the Astros have clinched a playoff berth. They are going in. McWilliams, 2-2. That's a blank. Tuffle, 3-6. And that's a ground out. Hit the third. And Lawless will throw it over. 1 down. Here's Elster. Elster is 0 for 1. McWilliams will go ahead and pitch. McWilliams, 4-5 against the righty. Walk. That 12 is going to be high. Elster, 1-2, and that's a ground out to short. And Okendo has it and tosses it over for out number 2. And that brings up the pitcher, David West, and with a 265 pitcher's hitting card, I'm going to let him bat. He does get tired after 2 more batters, though, but I'm going to let him swing here. We're only in the 5th inning. McWilliams will go ahead and pitch. McWilliams, 1-1 against the lefty. That's going to be an out anyway, and that will be a ground ball to second base. And Alsea will go ahead and take care of it. Toss it over to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning on the Mets. Tied at 2 going into the bottom of the 5th. Top of the batting order for the Redbirds. Here's Vince Coleman. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double. Bottom of the 5th. West will go ahead and pitch. West, 6-2. That is a blank. Coleman, 5-6, and that's a fly out to right. The straw man comes in a bit. Gets it, 1 down. Here's Alisea, who came in for the injured Ozzie Smith, and he is 0 for 2. Alisea comes in and bats. West, 4-1, strikeout 7. Nope, that's too high. Alisea will swing, 1-5, and that's a line out right to the shortstop. Elster puts up the glove and gets it, 2 outs. And now Okendo. Okendo 1 for 2 with a single. West is now tired, but they're going to see if he can pitch to Okendo here. Did not a bad job. Only gave up 2 runs on 7 hits so far. West with the pitch. 3-2. That's a walk plus, and that 18, no, is not going to do it. He becomes an 18, but -1 makes him a 17. Okendo does not walk. 6-2, and instead it's a ground ball to short. Elster will take care of it, takes his time, throws it over, and that will do the inning. 1-2-3. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. And after 5, it is still tied at 2. Another close game for the Mets. Every time I play the Mets, it's rarely ever a beatdown. I always got to play a close game every time my Mets are on the darn board. Do I have any other sport game projects on the table besides Inside Pitch? Not really. Not really. I've tried the other sport game projects, and they just don't take off like I do here. They just don't. We go to the top of the 6th inning here. Tied at 2. McWilliams on the mound. Mookie Wilson leads off for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. We got a walk his last time up. McWilliams, and he will continue to pitch. McWilliams will pitch it. And there goes one of the dice there. McWilliams, 4-5 against the switch right, walk 6. And yep, that's ball 4. He does walk Wilson for the 2nd time today. So Wilson will trot down to first, infield double play depth. And once again, here is Jeffries. It's not the first time Jeffries has hit home runs. No, I won't be playing Whoa Nelly football anytime soon. That game just did not excite me. Wilson on at first. He had 15 stolen bases. That is a 13. He will stay put. You're going to new war games. I will try to get a couple of war games in the offseason, yes. McWilliams will go ahead and pitch. McWilliams, 5-1. Error on a throw. Jeffries, 1-4. And that is a fly out to right field. And that will be Brunansky making the catch for out number 1. Wilson will not go anywhere. He'll stay at first, so there will not be a throwing error. Here's Hernandez. He came through in a big game last time we had him up there. Hernandez is 0 for 2. Strategy roll. And this time Wilson does not get the steal sign. 3 minus 2 is 1. And okay, so it's 1. Hernandez is a 12. Plus 2 is a 3. He does get the hit and run Why not? Why not? Hit and run is called. McWilliams with the pitch. 1-6, that's a blank. Hernandez, 1-5, and he popped it up. Pop fly ball to second base. Wilson will have to go back. And that's going to be out number 2. 2 down, and now the batter is Straw, and he's 0 for 2. 2 outs. Wilson again on it first, and he'll stay where he is. McWilliams will pitch to Strawberry. McWilliams has actually done a fine job himself. Only 2 runs on 2 hits. He hasn't given up anything in any of the other innings except the 4th. McWilliams will go ahead and pitch. McWilliams, 3-6, and against the lefty, that's going to be an out, and it will be a fly out to right field. Brunansky will get to that one. He will make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. It stays tied at 2. Pedro Guerrero leads off for the Cardinals. That's going to be it for David West, as he has done the best he could in this game right now. So we will see a new pitcher for the Mets. And they got some righties coming up. So let's see who the Mets are going to bring out the pitch. And they will go with Terry Leach. 7 wins, 2 losses, 3 saves, a 2.54 ERA. Leach will be the second New York pitcher. He'll pitch to Guerrero here to start the bottom of the 6th. Leach sets up and pitches. Leach, 1-3, walk, 10, ball 4. He walks Guerrero. So Leach goes ahead and gives up a leadoff walk. 3rd time Guerrero's been on base, and here comes Brunansky. Brunansky is 1 for 2. Guerrero had 4 stolen bases. Nothing on the 6th. Infield is at double play depth. Leach will go ahead and pitch. Leach, 3-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Brunansky, 4-6. And that's a fly out to left field. K-Mac will get near the foul line. He'll make the catch for the out. Pagnazzi is next, and he's 0 for 2. Guerrero, that's a 3. He stays where he is. Pagnazzi actually gets the hit and run call. And they may actually do it with him, but Pagnazzi actually doesn't have any home run chances. You know what? Why not? The Cardinals are going to call hit and run. Leach, 5-4, strikeout 5. Strikeout 5. Let me just check something on hit and runs. I forget if strikeouts. No. Strikeout 5. That is a 9 minus 2, a 7. He got him. Guerrero has to try for second base, and his stolen base rating becomes a 14, and the throw down to second, and he's safe anyway. So Pagnazzi fails in the hit and run as he strikes out. Guerrero goes to steal second base, though. But that's 2 outs. Don't get many strikeouts usually on a hit and run, but in that case it worked. So Pagnazzi goes down, but now a run in scoring position. Here is Pena with 2 outs, and he's 0 for 2. 2 men down, tied at 2 here, bottom of the 6th. Mets and Cardinals, very big game, pretty much for both teams. Strat, nothing on the 8. Guerrero will stay at second base. Leach with the pitch. 4-3, that's at the park. Busch Stadium, 4-4, and that is a blank. We have a rare play. Rare plays, men on. And that's a 26. If runner on first, ball hit the right side, strikes runner. Runner out, batter credited with a single. Otherwise, G3. Well, there's no runner on first, but it does say otherwise G3. So that means it's going to be a ground ball hit to first base. That'll get taken care of by Hernandez, and he will tag the bag and end the inning. So nothing across except the walk for the Cardinals. And it's still tied at 2 after 6. He needs more rare plays. That's the one thing I wish Chris would do. If I had a caveat, it would be more rare plays. And that's one of the things I'm actually thinking of picking up replay baseball, but not because of the game itself, but because of the rare playbook. I don't know. We go to the top of the seventh. Does McWilliams have anything left in him? He has two more batters left before he tires. He's also due to bat second. The Cardinals are going to see if he can get through the inning. Kevin McReynolds leads off for the Mets. He's 1 for 2. Top of the seventh, tied at 2. Awesome streaming a wrestling game? Nah, I'm not interested. McWilliams will go ahead and pitch. McWilliams, 2-2. That's a blank. McReynolds, 2-2. That's a pop out to short. And Okendo will get under it and put it away. 1 down. Yes, I know Season Ticket Baseball has a good rare play list. I do have a copy of the rare plays from Season Ticket. Here's the kid. Carter is 0 for 2. McWilliams will go ahead and pitch. McWilliams, 2-4. Strikeout 13, that's high. Carter swings, 6-6, and that's a grounder right. That's a ground out back to the pitcher. McWilliams will take care of that, toss it over to first, and that's 2 outs. So both pitchers doing very well today. Here is Tuffle. McWilliams is now tired, but they'll leave him stay in there. Tuffle is 0 for 2. McWilliams looking in, and now he'll pitch. McWilliams, 3-1 against the righty, blank. Tuffle, 4-6, and that's a fly ball hit to center field. Coleman will get to that one and make the catch, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets, and the Cardinals are making this game difficult. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got a shortened 10-minute ticker coming up tonight. Only a 2-day 10-minute ticker for the 24th and the 25th. But we still have a 10-minute ticker. Tomorrow there will be no baseball game for me. I will take a day off as the final week of the 1988 season will begin on Saturday. And that will be September 26th. Starting Saturday, it's 1 game per 1 day of baseball as we close out the regular season of 1988. And we will be back at Fenway Park for a big matchup Saturday night between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Jeff Musselman will go for the Blue Jays, and Wes Gardner will be pitching for the Red Sox. The Red Sox trying to close out the American League East. They came out of nowhere and now have a 5.5 game lead on the East. The Blue Jays are only a game back of the Yankees for third. Very important game on Saturday night. Toronto and the Red Sox. That'll be Saturday as we begin the final week of the 1988 season. No game tomorrow night. Baseball demos will have the stage. Bottom of the seventh inning here. Mets and Cardinals tied at 2. Tom Lawless is a leadoff batter, but they're going to think they're going to pull him. They're now in the seventh inning, so now they can make some changes. Lawless was at third base, so let's see who they can bring on. And coming on to bat for the Cardinals will be Terry Pendleton. 253 average, 6 homers, 53 RBIs. Pendleton will also take over at third base. And he is better at that position than Lawless is. So Terry Pendleton will lead it off here in the bottom of the seventh. Leach will make the pitch. Leach, 1-3, walk, 9. That is high. Pendleton, 4-4. It's a fly out to right. Strawberry will get to that one and make the catch, and that's out number 1. Pinch hitter coming up for Larry McWilliams. He is done as he pitched a beautiful game. And pinch hitting for the Cardinals will be Willie McGee. 292 average, 3 homers, 50 RBIs. So McGee will come up there and bat against Leach. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Leach with the pitch. 5-1, that's a blank. McGee, 2-4, that's a ground out to third. It'll be handled by Jeffries for out number 2. Now the batter is Coleman. Coleman's having a good night tonight. 2 for 3, a single and a double. 2 men down, bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. Another good game here. Leach with the pitch. 3-1. Home run chance. That 12 is going to pass against the switch left. A 1-16, that is a 12. Now against a righty, Coleman needs a 2. He won't get it. 4-5, and instead he chops it to short. That'll get taken care of by Elster, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals as Leach does the job. Tied at 2 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Kevin Elster is supposed to lead off for the Mets. And let's see who the Cardinals are going to bring out the pitch. They got right. They'll probably have a pinch hitter for Leach. And let's see what they're going to do here, as the Cardinals need to bring out a pitcher. And they are going to go with... let's see here. Cardinals need a pitcher. Their bullpen is just not great. But in this case, I really got right. I think they'll go with the righty. Coming on to pitch for the Cardinals will be Scott Terry. 9 wins, 6 losses, 3 saves, a 2.92 ERA. Terry will be the second St. Louis pitcher. Kevin Elster due to bat. Question is, they're going to bring on a pinch hitter. And you know what? I think they'll keep Elster and let him swing away. Top of the 8th inning, Terry will pitch. Terry, 5-2, that's a blank. Elster, 4-1, that's a base hit past second base. So Elster comes through with a single. And he goes to first. Pinch hitter coming up for Terry Leach. He will come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Mets will be Nails Lenny Dykstra. 270 average, 8 homers, 33 RBIs. Dykstra will go up against Terry. Elster on at first. Infield is at double play. Strat. Nothing on the 18. Dykstra does get the bunt sign, but he's going to swing here. Terry will go ahead with the pitch. Terry, 1-2. Strikeout 2. Got him. He gets Dykstra on a K. Big strikeout for Terry. Now the batter is Wilson. Wilson has walked twice. He's 0 for 1. Strategy, nothing on the 6. Elster stays at first. Terry will go ahead, set up, and make the pitch. Terry, 3-4. Wild pitch, 13. Nope, that's ball 1. Terry will try again. Terry, 4-2. Error on a throw. Wilson, 4-5. That's a fly ball to center field. And Coleman will get to that one. Make the catch. 2 outs. There will not be a throwing error. And now once a chance for Jeffries. Jeffries 1 for 3 with a bomb in this game. Jeffries has been known to hit the home run. Strategy roll. And that's a 9. Elster stays put. Terry will pitch to Jeffries. Terry, 5-6. Against the switch left. Jeffries just done it again. Jeffries against the switch left. Home run result. Jeffries hitting from the left side. And against the righty, Jeffries is a 20. -1 is a 19. That is a 16. Jeffries did it again. Kaboom! That ball is high, deep, gone. Home run. Greg Jeffries is second of the game. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Scott Terry against the switch left is a home run result. Jeffries just bombs it right out of here. He has 2 home runs tonight, and he's, I think, hit a home run in every game I've had with the Mets lately. 4-2 Mets. And here's Hernandez. Hernandez is 0 for 3. Terry will go ahead and pitch. Terry, 3-5 against the lefty. Strikeout. The 15 is high. Hernandez, 2-1, and that's a ground out hit to first base. It'll be Pagnazzi grabbing it, and the side is retired. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run bomb by Greg Jeffries. And the Mets have a 4-2 lead here going in the bottom of the 8th. Luis Alicea is the leadoff batter for the Cardinals. May see a pinch hitter for him. Mets need a pitcher. Switch right. And I think they're going to let's see what the Mets going to bring out the pitch. And no lefties in the bullpen here. I got McClure, but I don't want to bring him out. So in this case, you just go with the best pitcher you have. Coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Roger McDowell. 5 wins, 5 losses, 16 saves, a 2.63 ERA. McDowell will be the 3rd New York pitcher. Alicea, let's see, do I have anybody else at second base? Although I already replaced him at that. And the answer is yes, I do, but it's the 8th inning. And we will see a pinch hitter for Alicea. Alicea is going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for him will be Denny Walling. 239 average, a homer, 21 RBIs. Denny Walling started the year with the Houston Astros. He is now on the Cardinals for the rest of the season. Taking over at second base will be Tim Jones. So timeout on for another section change at second base. Tim Jones will take over there. But Denny Walling will bat. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2. McDowell will go ahead and pitch. McDowell, 2-5. Range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 1-5. That's a ground ball hit to short. And that is hit to Elster. His range is a 3. That is a 3. Elster makes the play. Throws him out. 1 down as he gets Walling. And the next batter is Oquendo. He'll bat. He's 1 for 3. Oquendo sets up there. And McDowell will pitch to Oquendo. McDowell, 5-6. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 4-2, and that's a base hit to center field. Okendo will get a single. And now the tying run coming to the plate for the Cardinals. And that'll be Guerrero, and yes, he will bat. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Infield a double play depth. Okendo had 4 stolen bases. Strategy roll still active, nothing happening on the 13. McDowell will go ahead and pitch. McDowell, 1-3, strikeout 15, that is high. Guerrero, 3-2, and he smacks a base hit to center field. Okendo, base runner 3. Single to center is 0. A 1-3, Okendo will make third, and he does. Guerrero rounding first, a 1 or a 2, he'll take second, and he does. And now the Cardinals are in business. So that turns it into a double now. And the batter is Brunansky. Brunansky is 1 for 3. Infield will come in. And they go talk to McDowell on the mound right now. And they will let McDowell pitch to Brunansky here. Brunansky does not hit righties very well, but he will bat. He is 1 for 3. Strategy roll. That's a 17, nothing happening. McDowell will go ahead and make the pitch. McDowell, 5-2. Range play. Brunansky, 1-6. It's a fly ball hit to left field. Going after it is McReynolds. His range is a 2. That is a 2. He makes the catch. What a big play. That's out number 2. Brunansky, sacrifice fly of 1. That doesn't bring in Okendo automatically. Okendo, base runner 3. McReynolds, 0 arm, a 1-3. Okendo scores, and it's a 6. It's a 6. McReynolds gets the throw. Here it comes, a 1, 2, or 3. There could be an out. It is a 1, and here comes the throw to the plate, and Okendo is going to be safe. However, Pedro Guerrero tries to go to third, so the lead runner advances, the ball caught off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So Guerrero tries to go to third on the throw. The throw to third is in time. They get Guerrero side retired. That's a sacrifice fly to left. Okendo scores. Guerrero tries to go to third. He is gunned down as they get the trailing runner. And it will be 4-3, but the inning is over. Holy cow. What a way for that inning to end. What a play by McReynolds. And he knew he had no chance to get Okendo, but the ball is caught off by Elster, who throws to third to get Guerrero and retire the side. 4-3 after 8, 1 run on 2 hits. Amazing how that worked out. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Mets leading 4-3. Scott Terry, let's see if he's going to pitch. Darryl Strawberry leading off for the Mets. He is 0 for 3. And let's see, Terry. That's going to be it for him. He will not pitch here for the Cardinals. Top of the 9th inning, the Cardinals will go to their main closer, and that will be Todd Worrell. 5 wins, 9 losses, 32 saves, a 3.00 ERA. Todd Worrell will be the 3rd St. Louis pitcher. Strawberry leads off here in the top of the 9th inning, 4-3. Stadium was cheering. They went to a groan. Yeah! Worrell will pitch. Worrell, 3-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Strawberry, 6-1. That's a ground out to first base. Pagnozzi's got it, and he'll take it himself. 1 out. One down. Here comes McReynolds, who had a big-time throw. McReynolds is 1 for 3. Worrell will make the pitch. Worrell, 1-2, strikeout 2. Yep, swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 outs now for Carter. Carter is now 0 for 3. He'll bat. Carter looking to see if he can give the Mets some insurance. It's only a 1-run lead for the Mets. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Worrell will go ahead and pitch. Worrell, 3-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Carter, 2-1. And Carter smacks a double into left field. That'll bounce off the wall out there. That'll keep the inning alive. Carter gets his first hit of the game. It is a double. And now the batter is Tuffle. May see a pinch hitter for him, as the Mets are going to go to the bench. And they will. So Tuffle is going to come out of the game, and pinch hitting for the Mets and taking over at second base will be Wally Backman. 303 average, 17 RBIs. So Backman will take over at second for Tuffle. He's a little better. He's just about the same type of fielder. So now it'll be Wally Backman against Worrell. 2 outs, Carter on at second. Backman now at the plate. Worrell sets up. Fans here at Busch Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Strategy rolls are still active. That is a 1, but nothing happening. Worrell will go ahead and pitch. Can Backman give the Mets some insurance? Here comes the pitch. 5-2, and that's an out. That'll be the inning, and that is a ground ball hit to short. Up with it will be Oquendo. Tosses it over to first, and the side is retired. No runs and a hit. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning with the Mets holding a 1-run lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Section 518 does not want to see any 9th inning magic as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Tom Pagnozzi leads off for the Cardinals. He is 0 for 3. That's going to be it for McDowell. The Mets will go to the bullpen and bring out their closer. And that's going to be Randy Myers. 7 wins, 3 losses, 26 saves, a 1.72 ERA. Myers' job, get the save. Myers' job is to get the save here. So Myers will pitch to Pagnozzi. Bottom of the 9th, 4-3. Myers sets up with the pitch. Myers, 5-5. Home run result against the lefty, though. Pagnozzi is a 0 and a -1. Wouldn't do it anyway. Pagnozzi, 1-5, but he does get a base hit to right, and the Cardinals have the the tying run on base. Pagnozzi comes through with a single, and now the batter is Pena. Pena will bat, 263 average. He'll bat here against Myers. Also, Pena hits lefties better. So now the winning runner's at the plate. Infield is a double play depth. Pagnozzi on at first. Strategy rolls. That's an 11, nothing happening. Myers will go ahead and pitch to Pena. Fans here at Busch Stadium hoping that Pena can come through. Myers, 2-6. That's a pitcher result, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be an out, and that is going to be a fly out to right field. Strawberry will get to that, and he will make the catch. 1 out. Big out there by Myers. Now the batter is Pendleton, and they're going to call him back. Pendleton is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit and take over at third base will be Rod Booker. 343 average, no homers, 3 RBIs. Booker will now take over at third if this game goes any further. Have to pinch run. If I take Pagnozzi out as the first baseman, do I have any more? Yes, I do. and it can be Ford. Pagnozzi will come out of the game to be pinch runner, and it will be Kurt Ford. Ford has a base runner of 3. He'll go ahead and pinch run, and he'll take over at first base if this game goes any further, since you guys in the chat want me to do that. Ford on at first, and now Booker bats against Myers. Booker, a solid hitter here. Bottom of the 9th inning, 4-3. There is 1 out. Strategy roll. That is a 1. Ford gets the steal sign. 17 minus 1 is 16. Carter plus 2 is an 18. Oh boy, Haverly says send him. Ford on his way to second. The throw to second base is not in time. Ford gets second base. So Ford steals second on a stolen base attempt. Now the tying run is in scoring position. I know he was a switch hitter, but Booker has a better average. Runners on at second. Ford on at second base. Infield is now back. Myers has got to deal with Booker now. Strategy roll. That is a 20. Myers turns around, fires to second. No, Ford got back. Now Myers will pitch to Booker. Myers, 3-1. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 6-5, and it's a base hit to right field. That's a single. Single to right, Ford, base runner 3. Single to right, +1. A 1-4. Ford will score. We got a tie game. Ford comes in to score. Booker goes to first. We're tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 518 groans. 9th inning magic strikes again. And now Booker on at first. And we'll see a pinch hitter for Worrell as he has to come out of the game. And let's see who that's going to be. And coming on to pinch hit will be Steve Lake. 278 average, a homer, 4 RBIs. Lake will pinch hit for Worrell. Bottom of the 9th, now tied at 4. Infielder double play depth. Myers blows the save. And now Myers will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll. That's a 6. Nothing happening. Booker will stay at first. Myers will make the pitch. Myers, 1-6, strikeout 4. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the second out. As Lake goes down. And now the batter is Coleman. Coleman is 2 for 4, a single and a double. Booker on it first. And that is a 2. He gets the steal sign, but he's not going to go. Myers will go ahead and pitch to Coleman. Fans here at Busch Stadium, no, we got a tie game. No, you're not sending him with a 10 minus 1 is 9. And you got Coleman with a, no, you're not sending him, John Averly. Totally disagree. Myers with the pitch. 1-1, and that's an out anyway. And that's going to be a ground out to short. Taken care of by Elster. He'll throw to second to get Booker, and we've got free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. 1 run on 2 hits. As the Cardinals have tied this game up, we're tied at 4 going into 10. Timeout, as I got to do some substitutions here. So now at third base is Booker, and he is not as good as Pendleton at that position. So 220. And Booker is now there. And let's see, Ford is now going to play first base instead of Pagnozzi. And he is a 2-0, a little better at range. And let's see, the Mets, Backman is at second. That's the only thing, that's the only move I made. And that is it for that. We go to the top of the 10th inning. Mets and Cardinals tied at 10. Randy Myers could not get the save. Kevin Elster leads off for the Mets. Pitcher needed for the Cardinals. And they got right switch coming up. And let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Cardinals will be Ken Daly. 2 wins, 7 losses, 5 saves, a 2.77 ERA. Daly will now be the 4th Cardinal pitcher. Elster is going to be yanked out. And coming on to pinch hit for Elster will be Howard Johnson. He'll take over at short. So Johnson will now be the new shortstop. He has a little bit more power than Elster does. Not as good at the position though, but he will bat. So here's Howard Johnson, 230 average, 24 homers, 68 RBIs. Top of the 10th inning, tied at 4. Daly will go ahead and pitch. Daly, 5-3 against the switch right. That's a blank. Johnson, 3-1 at the ground out to short. That'll be handled by Okendo, and that's out number 1. Pinch hitter coming up for Randy Myers. He will come out. And coming on to bat for the Mets will be Dave Magadan. 277 average, a homer, 35 RBI. Magadan will now bat for the pitcher. Daly with the pitch. Daly, 5-4, strikeout 8. That is high. Magadan, 2-4, and that's a fly out to left. Guerrero comes under that, puts it away, 2 down. 2 outs now. Here is Mookie. Mookie is 0 for 2. He's walked twice. We are now in extra innings. The rules are ghost runners will not be used unless a starter comes into the game for one of the teams. Then the ghost runner will appear in the next inning. But no ghost runners yet. I know we hate the rule, but it's now official. It's now permanent. I'm now putting it in. Daly with the pitch. Daly, 5-2, strikeout plus. He gets Wilson, struck him out. And Daly goes 1-2-3 on the Mets. And we'll go to the bottom of the 10th. We haven't used ghost runners yet. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the new second baseman, Tim Jones, a 269 average, no homers, 3 RBIs. And the Mets need a pitcher here. And let's see. Extra innings, so anybody come on to pitch. So coming on to pitch for the Mets, he had relief appearances, and that's going to be David Cone. 20 wins, 3 losses, no saves, a 2.22 ERA. Cone will be the 5th Mets pitcher. He had 7 relief appearances. That's good enough to make him a reliever. And he will go ahead and pitch to Jones here. Bottom of the 10th. Cone with the pitch. Cone, 1-2, strikeout 15. That is high. Jones, 6-4. It's a fly out to left field. McReynolds will get to that and make the catch. 1 out. 1 down, and here's Okendo. Okendo is 2 for 4. Cone will go ahead and pitch. Cone, 5-2. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 5-6. And that's a fly out to left as well. And McReynolds will get to that and make the play. 2 down. 2 down for Guerrero. Guerrero having a great night. 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double and a walk. He is 3 for 3, actually. Guerrero did get thrown out at third base. Cone will pitch to Guerrero. Here comes the pitch. Cone, 3-1, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And Cone gets it done. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. More free baseball coming up. We're going to the 11th. Tied at 4. Another Game of the Year candidate, by the way. The Cardinals always seem to have him. Top of the 11th inning here. Tied at 4. Daly can pitch to one more batter before he tires. They're going to let him pitch. And it is Greg Jefferies coming up for the Mets, who has been doing all the damage. He is 2 for 4 with 2 bombs. Daly will go ahead and pitch to Jefferies. He has 2 home runs today. Top of the 11th, tied at 4. Daly with the pitch. 1-6, range play. Jefferies, 4-2. That's a base hit to right field, but it's a range play for Brunansky. Brunansky's range is a 1. He won't get it. And that's going to be a single for Jefferies, so the go-ahead run is on base. So Jefferies gets there. The batter now is Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Daly is tired, but I'll tell you, I don't know if I take him out here with the rest of the Cardinal bullpen. I think believe it or not, I think I let him pitch. I think you let him pitch here. If he does give up a fatigue result, Jefferies does not score. So Daly's going to stay out there. He's going to pitch to Hernandez here. Jefferies on at first. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are still on. And that's a 3. Jefferies actually gets the steal sign. 17 minus 1 is 16. Pena minus 1 is 15. I'm going to let screw it. Jefferies on his way to second. The throw to second base. He's out of there. Jefferies is thrown out at second, and I knew I shouldn't have sent him. 1 out. As John Haverly goes ahead and costs me a run there, possibly. Jefferies thrown out at second base by Tony Pena. 1 down. And now Hernandez will bat with nobody on base. Daly will go ahead and pitch. Daly, 4-3 against the lefty. It's a base hit past the pitcher, and Hernandez will get to first. So that thrown out, it's caught stealing is huge. But against the lefty, Hernandez is now on at first, and now the batter is Straw. Straw is 0 for 4. You know he is due. Infield still a double play depth. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Hernandez will stay put. Daly will pitch to Strawberry. Because it really doesn't matter who the arm is. Strawberry will launch it no matter what. Daly will go ahead and pitch to Strawberry. Top of the 11th, tied at 4. Hernandez with the pitch. Daly with the pitch. 2-2 against the lefty. It's a base hit past the pitcher. That's a single for Strawberry. Hernandez, a base runner 3, not fast enough. He'll have to hold it second. Now how big is that caught stealing? And now runners at first and second for K-Mac. Now that'll be it for Daly. They will take him out. Because now a fatigue result will bring in an automatic run. And that is it for Daly. And the next pitcher for the Cardinals, yes, I agree with Baseball Demos, will be one of the best names in baseball history, Dan Quisenberry. 2 wins, a loss, a save, a 5.12 ERA. Not one of Quisenberry's better years, but then again, he was beginning to get up there in years. So Dan Quisenberry will pitch to McReynolds. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Infield is still at double play depth. Fans here at Busch Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Hernandez at second, Strawberry at first. Quisenberry will pitch. 3-5, error on a throw. McReynolds, 2-4. It's a fly ball to center field. Getting over there will be Coleman. That will be out number 2. Hernandez, a base runner 3. Hernandez could take third. He'll get to error on a 3. You know what? Hernandez tries to go to third on a 1. That is a 2. He stays at second base. There is no error. So a fly out to center. Now 2 outs, and now the batter is the kid. Carter is 1 for 4 with a double. But now 2 outs. Quisenberry trying to get this game into the bottom of the 11th with the still holding a tie game. Hernandez on at second, the Straw on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Quisenberry will pitch to Carter. Fans are at Busch Stadium again hoping for a good pitch. Quiz, 1-6, wild pitch, 14, no, ball 1. Quisenberry will do it again. 1-1 against the righty, it's a blank. Carter swings, 5-3, and it's a ground ball to short. Oquendo's got it. He throws to first to get Carter's side retired. No runs on 3 hits. A huge caught stealing. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. Still tied. Cone will go ahead and stay on the mound. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Tom Brunansky, and he is 1 for 4. Cone pitching in relief, and he will pitch. He's got 5 more batters left before he's fatigued. Cone will go ahead and make the pitch. Cone, 5-2, that's at the park. Busch Stadium, 6-1, and that's a fly out to center field. Wilson will get to it and make the catch. 1 out. Next batter is Kurt Ford. He is 1 for 1. As Ford took over for Pagnozzi at first. Cone will go ahead and make the pitch. Cone, 5-3, range play. Ford, 6-2. It's a fly ball hit to left field. McReynolds' range is a 2. That is a 4. And that's going to be a double for Kurt Ford. The Cardinals have the winning run at second base. Winning run at second. And now the batter is Pena. Pena 0 for 4. He will bat. Ford on at second. Bottom of the 11, tied at 4. Strat. Nothing on the 19. Pena gets the bunt sign, but he's not bunting. He's swinging. Cone will pitch to Pena. Cone with the pitch. 1-5. Possible error. Pena, 6-3. It's a base hit to right field. That's a single. The right fielder is Strawberry. His error rating is a 5. That's an 8. So there's no error, but does Ford score? Ford base runner 3. Single to right field. +1 is 4. A 1 to 4. Ford coming around third. He slides. And it's a 6. Strawberry throws the ball. His arm rating is a 0. Oh, that's a 1. It's a possible out. 2 to 5. He's out. And Strawberry guns him down at the plate. Ford comes around and he guns him down at the plate. Pena has to hold at first base. He does not take second on the throw. And Ford is thrown out by Strawberry. 2 outs. A 1 to 4, he scores. It's a 6. Strawberry, a 0 arm. A 1 to 3, it's an out. It's a possible out. A 2 to 5 is an out at the plate. 2 down. And now the batter is Booker. As Strawberry threw a bullet right to Carter. Right to Carter. And coming around was Ford. And Carter was blocking the plate, and Carter was looking at Ford, say, come on, come take your medicine. Come take your medicine. 2 outs. The Cardinals do not pull it off. Cone will go ahead and pitch to Booker. Strategy roll. That is a 3. Pena actually gets the steal sign. That is a 15. +2 is a 17. Pena gets a chance to steal second base. I don't think you send him with Booker with a 343 average. Cone will go ahead and pitch to Booker. Cone, 6-6, and against the lefty, it's a blank. Booker, 5-1, and that's a base hit past second. Pena, base runner 3, that'll be good enough. He'll get to third. And Booker now, once again, the Cardinals have the winning run in scoring position. And now a pinch hitter coming up for Quisenberry. And coming on to pitch for the bat for the Cardinals will be John Morris, 289 average and 3 RBIs. John Morris coming in here to pitch the bat against Cone. Bottom of the 11th inning, tied at 4. Mets and Cardinals, another great game. Cone got it. He will pitch to Morris. Cone will be tired after Morris if this game goes any further. No, if you walk him, because then you pitch to Coleman. Cone will go ahead and pitch to Morris. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Cone will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first. That's a 17, nothing happening. Cone with the pitch. Cone, 6-1. Error on a throw. Morris, 3-2. And that's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit. The ball is hit to Johnson. His error rating is a 9. That's a 10. He won't make an error on a throw. The throw goes to second to get Booker. Side retired. And we've got more baseball. No runs on 3 hits. We go to 12. I hate extra inning games. We go to the top of the 12th inning. Leading off for the Mets will be Wally Backman. The Cardinals need a pitcher, and it's going to be Steve Peters. 3 wins, 3 losses, a 6.40 ERA. Peters is not the last reliever. The last reliever that the Cardinals have in the bullpen is Ken Hill. And he will be the next reliever automatically. So Steve Peters will now pitch for the Cardinals. He is the 6th pitcher. Backman leads off the top of the 12th. Peters with the pitch. Peters, 3-2. Walk plus, and that's ball 4. Backman will walk. So Peters walks the leadoff batter. And now here's Hojo. Hojo is 1 for 4. Infield double play death. Backman had 9 stolen bases. And that is a 2. He does not get the steal sign. He will stay put. Johnson does get the hit and run, but he's not going to do a hit and run since that would cut his home run ratings in half. Backman on at first base. Infield double play. Peters will pitch to Johnson. Peters, 2-3. Strikeout 3. He got Johnson. Struck him out. 1 out. Pinch hitter coming in for David Cone. As David Cone now coming out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Mets will be Mackie Sasser. 285 average, a homer, 17 RBIs. Sasser will go ahead and bat against Peters here. 1 out. Top of the 12th. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6th. Backman stays put. Peters will pitch to Sasser. Peters, 4-3. Strikeout, 17 is high. Sasser, 1-3. And Sasser smacks a double to left field. Will it score Backman? Base runner 3. Double to left, -1. A 1 or a 2. Backman will score. The Mets have the lead. Backman goes ahead and slides in safely. Sasser holds at second base. Mets have a 5-4 lead. Stadium groans. Off the big RBI double by Sasser. And now the batter is Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 3, but he's walked twice. Infield is back. Sasser on at second. Mets now lead at 5-4. Strat. That's a 20. Peters throws to second base and doesn't get him, and he's almost called for a balk. But there's no ball call. Peters will now concentrate on Wilson. Peters with the pitch. Peters, 5-2. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 1-5, and that is a fly ball to center field. And that'll be caught by Coleman. And that is out number 2. Sasser will automatically stay at second. 2 outs. And now here's Jeffries. And he is 3 for 5. 2 homers and a single. But the Mets would love another bomb here by Jeffries. Sasser on at second. Peters will pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Peters will pitch to Jeffries. Fans are at Busch Stadium hoping Peters can get out of this inning. Peters with the pitch. 3-1. Strikeout 15. That's high. Jeffries, 5-6. And he pumped it up in the infield. That's a pop fly ball to first. Ford will get to it. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and a walk. Once again, the Mets lead. It's 5-4 going in the bottom of the 12th. Top of the order for the Cardinals as Vince Coleman leads off. The Mets need a pitcher. Oh, boy. Who do I bring out to close this game, McClure or Aguilera? I don't like either of them. Coleman does worse against righties, and that's what's going to be. Coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Rick Aguilera. No wins, 4 losses, a 6.93 ERA. Rick Aguilera will come on and pitch for the Mets. Coleman leads off, bottom of the 12th. 5-4 lead for the Mets. Aguilera with the pitch. Aguilera, 3-4, possible error. Coleman, 6-2. It's a fly ball to center field. That ball is hit to Wilson. His error rating is a 3. That's a 12. He makes the catch. 1 out. Nice play by Wilson to go ahead and make a big catch. Here's Jones. Jones will bat, and Jones is 0 for 1. Is 0 for 1. Actually, no, he's 0 for 2, really. He's 0 for 2 since taking over at second base for Alicea. Jones will bat against Aguilera. 1 out. 5-4 Mets. Aguilera with the pitch. 3-1. Strikeout 14. That is high. Jones will swing. 5-5. And yep, it's a base hit past first. And once again, the Cardinals have the tying run on. Jones gets a single. And now here's Oquendo. Oquendo is 2 for 5. Infield is a double play depth. Jones has a strategy roll still. And that's a 14, nothing happening. Aguilera will pitch to Oquendo. 5-4, bottom of the 12th. Aguilera trying to get this game over. Aguilera, 5-5, strikeout, 19 is high. Oquendo, 2-4, it's a ground ball to second base. 2-1-2. Shortstop, pivot, Johnson, 0. A 1 or a 2, this ball game is over. No, Jones is thrown out at second base, and Oquendo will head to first. 2 outs. They do get the 1. So fielder's choice. But now if you need somebody to go ahead and hit it over, that would be this guy, Pedro Guerrero. Guerrero having a good night. He is 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double and a walk. Oquendo on it first, now 2 outs. Aguilera trying to close the ball game. Strat. That's a 5. Oquendo stays where he is. Aguilera sets up against Guerrero. Fans here at Busch Stadium on their feet. Here comes the pitch. Aguilera 3-6 at the blank. Guerrero 5-1, and it's a ground ball to third. It's going to get picked up by Jeffries. He picks it up, pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Mets will beat the Cardinals tonight in 12, 5-4. The Mets have a happy recap. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Oh, I agree, Frank Wayne Scott. I agree. And that's okay, though. I don't care what season you guys choose, during my selection show. What a win for the Mets tonight. They hold off the Cardinals. No runs on a hit through 12 innings. The Mets will win it 5-4, and they'll stay at least in second place, at least after tonight, with the Expos in third. What a game. It's definitely a game of the year candidate. This pennant race, we've had some great games tonight. Final line score coming up. Jeez. I'll tell you, these extra inning games really wear me out, especially when I still got to set up for the next game. It's a good thing I'm not playing tomorrow night. For the Mets, 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. For the Cardinals, 4 runs on 15 hits and no errors. Wow, they had 15 hits. They left a lot of men on base. The winning pitcher is going to be David Cone. He gets the win in relief, actually. Steve Peters will take the loss, and Rick Aguilera actually winds up with a save, even though he didn't have any in 88. A big victory for the Mets, a very tough loss for the Cardinals, but will it translate to the ticker? We're about to find out. 10-minute ticker coming right up. And even though John Haverly did tell me to run with Jeffries, believe it or not, it actually really wasn't a bad try. I had a 75% chance to get him into scoring position. It actually makes sense. Just the D20s have been evil. So no, John Haverly, I do not blame you for that. Don't worry about that, my brother. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. The Mets will go ahead and get a hard-fought win against the Cardinals tonight. But now let's see how the rest of the majors does, as we do only 2 days in the ticker. September 24th, Minnesota at California. The Angels are eliminated. Minnesota, a 2.5-game lead on the Royals for second. Minnesota, 15-66, that's 11. Angels 12-11, that's 0, and the Minnesota Twins will get that win. Minnesota will clinch a playoff berth automatically if they win one more game. Kansas City at the White Sox. The Royals are only 1 game over 500. They have got to win. Royals 25-46, and that's 7. White Sox 9-52, and that's 5. Kansas City gets a much-needed win. Toronto at Cleveland. A big game for Toronto. They're only a game back of the Yankees for third. Toronto 18-63, and that is 9. Indians 4-15, and that is 1. And that's a win for the Blue Jays. Oakland at Milwaukee. A very important game there, too. The Brewers are 2.5 back. A game and a half back, a third. Oakland trying to get the number 1 seed from the Red Sox. Oakland 14-21, and that's 3. Milwaukee 6-16, and that's 1. That's a tough loss for the Brewers. Boston and the Yankees. The Red Sox are 5.5 ahead of the Yankees. Big series here. Boston 20-15, and that is 3. Yankees 8-54, and that's 5. That's a win for the Yankees. And the Red Sox can't gain any more ground to win the division. Seattle at Texas. Seattle 9-65, that is 8. Rangers 5-66, that's 8 as well. They tie into extra innings. Seattle rolls a 2, -1 is 1. Rangers roll a 3, +1 is 4. The Rangers actually come away with the win. Cincinnati and the Braves. The Reds right now are 1 game under 500. A win here, and they are back at 500, trying to hold on to third place. Reds 12-14, that is 2. Atlanta 163, that is 5. And the Reds are now back to 2 under 500. Montreal and the Phillies. With the Mets win, the Expos need to win in order to stay a half game back of them. Montreal 5-13, and that is 0. Philadelphia 2-45, and that is 3. And the Phillies win the game. The Expos are now a game and a half back of third. Cubs and the Pirates. Pirates have a 6-game lead still on the Mets. I don't think they can win the division tonight. Cubs 6-24, and that is 2. Pirates 12-13, and that is 1. And the Pirates lose to the Cubs, and the Mets are now 5 games back of Pittsburgh for the division. Houston and the Padres. The Astros are 2 back of San Francisco. San Diego 73-80. If the Astros beat the Padres are eliminated. Astros 7-16, that is 1. Padres 19-31, and that is 4. The Padres stay alive and give the Astros a loss. Dodgers and the Giants. The Dodgers have 79 losses. The Giants are now a chance to get to a full 3 games ahead of Houston. Dodgers 15-42, and that's 5. Giants 3-11, that's 0. The Giants can't increase their lead, but now the Dodgers are now full 1 game back of the Reds for third. Oh boy. We go on to September 25th. September 25th is the last game we'll do tonight. Detroit at Baltimore in a big doubleheader for the Tigers. Game 1. Detroit 15-44, and that is 5. Orioles 4-63, and that is 6. And the Orioles win the first game. Tigers 12-61, and that is 7. Baltimore 5-15, and that is 1. And they will split the twin bill. Minnesota at California. The Twins have 81 wins. A win by the Twins here, they will clinch a playoff berth and be in second place right now. Kansas City still behind them. Minnesota 14-51, and that is 6. Angels 4-66, that is 8. And Minnesota will have to wait another day to get to clinch a playoff berth. Kansas City and the White Sox. Kansas City is now at 78-76. Another important game for the Royals. Kansas City 18-56, and that is 8. White Sox 4-34, and that is 3. And that's a win for the Royals. They are now a game and a half back of Minnesota for second place. Toronto at Cleveland. No, the Dodgers are not out yet. Toronto at Cleveland. The Blue Jays trying to get back to third. Toronto 16-23, and that is 3. Indians 11-16. That is 2. And the Blue Jays. Now, if the Yankees lose, the Blue Jays and the Yankees will now be tied for third. At least I think so. Oakland at Milwaukee. The Brewers at one point were in first place. They have now dropped all the way down to 7, but mostly because of the red-hot Red Sox. Oakland at Milwaukee. Oakland 4-13, and that's 0. Brewers 652. They'll get that win. That's 5, and a much-needed win for the Brewers. They are not out yet. Boston and the Yankees. The Yankees beat the Red Sox earlier. Let's see what happens here. Boston 18-11, and that's 1. Yankees 8-12, and that's 0. The Red Sox will beat the Yankees again. Boston continues to be hot. Seattle at Texas. Meaningless game. Seattle 16-22. And that is 3. Rangers 16-33, and that is 4. A win for the Rangers. Reds and the Braves. The Reds cannot be losing to Atlanta. Now they are 2 games under 500. Cincinnati's got to win this one. Reds 753, and that is 5. Atlanta 633, and that is 3. And the Reds will get back to 1 game under 500. Not finished yet. Montreal and the Phillies. The Expos are now a game and a half back of the Mets. Can the Phillies give the Mets some help? Expos 13-32, and that is 4. Phillies 645, and that is also 4. They will tie. Montreal rolls a 1, -1 is 0. Phillies roll a 3, +0. The Phillies will win, and now the Expos are 2 back. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs and the Pirates. Can the Cubs give the Pirates another loss? Cubs 13-23. Don't think so here. That's going to be 3. Pirates 10-51, and that is 5, and the Pirates get closer to winning the National League East. Astros and the Padres. Astros and the Padres. The Padres again have 80 losses. If the Astros beat San Diego tonight, the Padres are out. Houston -334. That is 2. Padres 18-15, and that's 3. The Padres will beat the Astros, and San Diego stays alive. Dodgers and the Giants. With the Astros losing, can the Giants put a nail in the coffin in the Dodgers? The Giants trying to stay ahead of the Astros for the division. Dodgers 663, and that is 6. Giants 525, and that is 2. Another win for the Dodgers. They are not going away quietly. They are not going away quietly, and the Dodgers are now tied with, and the Dodgers are still right behind the Reds, Mets, and the Cardinals. The Mets a chance now to take a full 2.5 game lead on the Expos for second place. Mets will go up against St. Louis. Cardinals trying to stay alive. I think if the Cardinals lose this game, are they out? Cardinals have what? 72 losses. And the Mets, the Expos have what? 88 losses. So 88 plus 72 is 160. I think the Cardinals will be barely holding on for dear life. I don't think they'll be out yet if they lose. Mets and the Cardinals. A chance for the Mets to take a 2.5 game lead. Mets 9-14, and that's 1. Cardinals -112, that's 0, and the Mets will have another happy recap as they will now have a full 2.5 game lead on the Expos for second place. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Saturday. Remember tomorrow, no game tomorrow night. We will return on Saturday night for the beginning of the 1988 final week. And we got a big game in the Fenway Park. The Toronto Blue Jays will take on the Boston Red Sox. Jeff Musselman will go for the Blue Jays, and Wes Gardner goes for Boston. A ginormous game in Fenway Park. The American League East is on the line. A big game Saturday night. Red Sox and the Jays, Musselman and Gardner. Be there or be square. Brian Patterson, Texag 75, Brian B., Frank Wainscott, Jeff Merklin, John Haverly, D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, Baseball with the Demos, Steeler fan, of course, and let's see here, David Vega, and let's see, David Vega, Philip Reynolds, Jeremy Brooks, Doug Hunt, and let's see here, Cards and Dice TV, Tony Porter, Mike Eisenberg, Beatles Eternally, and I think I got everybody, I hope. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on the way out to the turnstiles, or in this case, the X-ray machines. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you guys Saturday night. Baseball with the Demos is Game of the Week selection show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on his channel. Be there or be square. The Mets pull it off against the Cardinals. It took 12 innings, but they got the win. 5-4, a happy recap for the Mets. We'll see you guys Saturday night. Have a good one.